Yo, guys, girls, we are back yet with another Warhammer 40k video. Second Brickies video of Darktide. As always, link is in the description. Support the original creator. I got some good news. I actually managed to get response from Brickies team, and they let us permission to watch two of his last Warhammer 40k videos, which are like the biggest and the longest. Like they're like basically a movies, like 2 hour long. Crazy. We'll try to do them whenever, sometime in the future. Also you might be thinking, well, this is kind of very late for Monday upload. Well, guys, you won't believe how much bullshit happened. So usually I record Monday video on Sunday, and usually it's like ready and it's been uploaded to YouTube in the night, and yeah, you get to watch it. Guys, I had so much crazy stuff happen with my laptop yesterday. It's crazy. First of all, my internet provider basically shut off because it was windy, guys. It was windy. The wind was blowing very hard, so I had no internet. I somehow managed to break my NVIDIA drivers by uninstalling some files, so I basically crashed my whole laptop and I couldn't fix anything because I had no internet. I tried to connect my phone with, mobile data. Guys, somehow I've deleted couple folders from my browser, so I had no browsers, no internet. So I had to launch Steam and use Steam Launcher to download. I use Opera. Guys, to download 3 megabytes. It took me 1 hour to download 3 megabytes. So I couldn't do anything. I woke up, the internet was fine. I spent like 9 hours today fixing everything. I updated drivers, I fixed my internet, I did everything. It was like 2 p.m. I was like, okay, it's time to try and record the video. Guess what? The YouTube studio broke. The tracker, wasn't... bruh. Bro, I don't know. Anyway, we managed to pull through, and without further ado, let's begin our reaction.
Sometimes food tastes pretty good,
It
very
does.
yummy, but meal prepping it, not the best, kinda dull, not fun. So why?
I actually like meal prep. The worst part is you spend so much time. You eat everything in like 5 minutes, and I hate washing the dishes.
Why not pay someone to do it for you?
That's
and
lazy,
go ahead
Bricky.
and check out this video's sponsor, Factor. In fact, with fall now currently here, you can try all types of delicious fall options, all from Factor. They meet all...
Guys, I'll be honest, I have a friend who's disabled. He can't walk. Yeah, unless you're like him, there's like no reason you tell me you have like not even 5 minutes to cook
the requirements
food.
you were hoping for.
I don't know.
If you were trying to bulk, they got you covered. You're trying to cut, they got you covered.
Oh,
High
they have
protein,
nutrition.
doesn't really matter. Anything that you want, you can go ahead and get with
Maybe that's
Factor.
good.
The meals are super easy to make. You simply throw them in the microwave for a couple of minutes and you are done. There's no setup prep for yourself. There's not an astronomical amount of waste. It is simply a lovely container, microwave, done. You eat, you enjoy, and you become healthier that way. And personally, it's the best tasting meal prep I've tried. And if you want to try Factor yourself, you can go down to the description and go to factor75.com and use code BRICKY50 for 50% off your first order. Factor75.com, link in the description, BRICKY50 for for 50% off. Thank you,
Ginger
Factor,
meal,
for
guys.
sponsoring this video, and let's purge.
Hell yeah. Where did you go? Break it. Whoa.
Darktide. It is a video game. You can play it. I have made videos on it, both when it came out and also quite a few with my streams as of.
Both? Am I reacting to the wrong video? I am. I am reacting to the wrong video. Oh. Ah. Okay.
Late.
Don't you just hate it when a beast of Nurgle blows its thick, chunky load into your healthy breakfast cereal?
Wow. It received one of its largest and most expansive updates yet that comes with major overhauls to the gear system as well as talent trees for each of the individual classes. The question has been posed many times. Is Darktide good now? But the problem with that
I'll be the first to tell. It's pretty damn fun.
That question is that it's asking the wrong thing. It's not about whether or not Darktide is good, it's about whether or not Darktide is complete. Now, I hold the rather...
I don't think it's complete at all. I think they... But you know, when it's hard to say, like, I think it's like... It's still too complicated, I guess. It's now they need to like narrow down their like progression, so make it so that the people who already have everything wouldn't feel like they, you know, lost their progress. Basically, but don't make it too easy for the new guys. But now I still think it's overstimulating too much.
Hot take that Darktide has always been a good game. What I'm looking for in the title just wasn't what everyone else seemed to have been looking for. I wanted a game with a great 40K aesthetic, solid co-op gameplay, and a general, yeah, I'll run a few games mentality to it.
If you guys are looking, this is the
I was
game.
looking for 40K Left 4 Dead. I wasn't really looking for a live service, long-term grinding kind of game. So in a sense, I always got what I wanted. I played about 40 hours, felt satisfied, and put it down. To me, Darktide was always good. And if good is the wrong word, then I can say Darktide was always fun. Its issue was that it just wasn't finished. It was underbaked and it underdelivered. And it needed another full year in the oven before it should have been released. But
yeah,
those days are behind us. And the game has received its substantial new update. So how is it? How is the game as a whole now? Well, for starters, it definitely runs better than before. Optimization for the most part feels a lot better for me. And it's not perfect. I can still see it chugging during some of the more crazy parts, but for the most part, the game seems to be moving at a pace that is substantially better than it used to be going.
Yeah, like, also what I can say, I have a pretty beefy laptop, but I use like this special like cooler. Without it, guys, I cannot play this game. My computer basically overheats, like, it's crazy.
Visually, the game was always very pretty. Everything looked great and felt great, so keeping up with its
visuals are S tier.
Design aesthetic is fantastic. I love to see it. It still might be the game that gets the Warhammer art direction done the best. Nothing so far really grasps the universe this well, even though it's not necessarily an update. The fact that the game just runs smoother with this look is awesome to see. There are also some new weapons that were added to the game for the various classes. Not a ton, but since the launch of the game, there has been more, and that's good to see.
Yeah.
Also, a few more missions too, which is nice. 40K missions here in Tertium kind of look the same a lot of the time, but the objectives are different, and that is also once again.
Dude, I heard somewhere, this may be spoilers, but they maybe are working on an update where you don't fight Nurgle infested people, but you fight like the Tyranids that infest people. Or the Gene Stealer guys. Dude, if they would add Gene Stealer like into this, like into, dude, damn, it would be
Neat.
crazy.
But let's talk about the meat of the update.
And technically, it's so easy to do. You can basically just like recover, you know. So Gene Stealers would be more purple instead of green,
class
damn.
overhaul. Before, you just had the skill trees down the line as you leveled up, and that was not enough to make interesting and varied choices in the game. It works for a beta,
I think this was way more simpler.
not a fully released product. Now, each class has 3 separate trees you can go down. Normally, they go along lines of damage, support, and some kind of third option that is varied. Before we even get to the skills, I want to point out the artwork. Games Workshop is once again completely horrid at showing off the full artwork of their products or at crediting their artists, so all I can do is show you it via the in-game menu. But look at that artwork. Each of them is
I never noticed it, and now, damn, it's so cool.
specific to that particular class gimmick. So you see the veteran, for example, you got the gun-toting version, the commissar/leader version, and the sneaky beaky-like version. The zealot, the ogre, and the psyker, all the art just bangs like it always does. Credit your artists,
Crazy.
GW. Let them post their work, please, because this shit is awesome. That aside, the way the skill tree works is that each level gets you a point. Then you normally go down the various trees to determine how you want to build your character. And let's take, for example, the veteran. He's classic gunman shoot guy, and also the Imperial Guard are extremely cool. Each tree has 4 main components to it, along with some smaller perks and other base stat upgrades. Those are your grenade, aura, ability, and final modifier. For the vet, his grenades are the Shredder Frag Grenade, Crack Grenade, and Smoke Grenade.
I'll stand by this. I think these are like the most fun grenades to use in
Each of them
game.
have their own utility and function. Then you have your auras. This is always some kind of buff that affects those in your aura. Darktide really likes it when you stay as a team, so for the veteran, it's either damage, movement, or ammo replenishment. The big one, of course, is your skill. Much
I use
like
the
the
second one. This voice of command is so
work
good.
above, each skill delves into a particular part of the Imperial Guardsman. You either have the front and center damage dealer, great at popping heads and just outputting efficient firepower. Then you have the commissar concept. I guess it's more of a sergeant, if anything. The leader, the born leader. They have voice of command, which pushes back enemies as well as replenishes the toughness of your allies. Then there is infiltrate, which is the sort of stealth mode that allows you
This
to
one
go
is
about where
weird.
you need and do the guerrilla tactics that a lot of guardsmen are known for. These can be upgraded in tons of fun ways too, with various perks that affect your ability specifically. Voice of command has an amazing ability that reduces its range but revives downed allies
This is
when
OP.
used. Then, finally, you have the last modifier. This is normally just a huge bonus in some way, like massive damage or defense buffs or a crazy stacking option. Of course, despite each tree going with its similar vibe, left for damage, middle for support and tank, and right for movement, you can bounce around if you'd like and have additional points to spend even when you get your final option completed. So if you want a smoke grenade but still want to do volley fire, that's totally an option. The Zealot has a similar concept to them. There is a main charge move, a special defensive aura, and a stealth ability too. Little unsure why they have the stealth option when the Guardsman also has that option. I feel like the last thing a Zealot would be is sneaky unless you're doing like a Death Cult Assassin style thing, but I would have
think
way
that's
preferred some
cool.
kind of horde clearing option, something that goes into
I think that would make them a bit more unfair. They would be too strong, I
large
think.
multi
Even though, let's be real, guys, the psychers are very well, over the top.
enemy killed swings or flamers or something. But yes, the
But damn, every time I have a psyker in my team, I am extremely happy because damn, I know the run is gonna be 10 times easier. So thank you, psyker players. And also, you don't take my ammo.
Zealot has the classic watch as I run in and somehow kill everything I see in melee or just die immediately. The Overwatch Genji syndrome. The middle ability, Chorus of Spiritual Fortitude, is a really interesting one as a general channel support ability for you and your team. The Zealot truly feels like so long as I keep murdering everybody, nobody can kill me. Nobody
are
can
so
be a witness if
smooth.
nobody's there to witness. And it's pretty fascinating to see how they go through all the options. The Ogre is also wildly changed in a lot of great ways. Firstly, you have Big Friendly Rock, the best ability of the entire game. It replaces your grenade with a big rock, and it's just never not fun.
The sound.
Go get him, Brickle. I missed.
Wait, it's a brick. He using a brick.
Next thing I see is getting a rock in the face. I don't care what kind of enemy it is. Sup?
It's so good. Oh wait, I know. I always thought the rock one shots. It doesn't.
You!
Oh wait, it does.
Well,
Maybe the armored people can't get one shot. Well, the Ogrins, but the unarmed ones
I don't want to
can.
do the Ogren grenade because I have Ogren rock. Beat scissors. He also has the box of grenades, but they always explode now. And then you have the nuke. If you thought
The
like, oh
nuke?
my god, how could I ever not use the rock every single time? They somehow found a way by giving you the Ogren nuke. It's a gigantic bomb with an astronomical radius. It's so silly in the best of ways. Of course, you still have your bull charge,
never
but
seen
you
it,
also have a
actually.
massive AoE taunt ability, making you a pretty serious tank as well as keeping enemies off your team's backs. It's not as useful against ranged, but god damn does it help divert
No,
problems. Then
it
you have your
helps.
brand new point blank barrage. Basically, pull out your gun and proceed to never stop firing into the enemy. And the more you shoot, the better it is. And the more you shoot, the more fun it is. The
Hell
Ogren
yeah.
changes are really good. I like them quite a lot. I think it has probably the most interesting build options out there. Varied and hilarious at the same time.
Am I crazy? I think looking at Ogren gameplay for me personally is more fun than to actually play it. Or is it just
Finally,
me?
the Psyker now has a million new abilities, but everyone has diverted themselves to the bees and the dogs with bees and the
Dogs with bees in their mouth, and when they bark, they shoot bees at you.
Psyker has a lot of really neat new tools. Smite being one for lightning and the head pop still, but Assail is the obviously strong one, sending out homing darts and just immediately killing everything they touch all throughout the map. It's so good that I think it's completely carried a lot of people to the higher levels, and so
Yeah.
much so that I think it's become a crutch, because Psyker can actually put together some disgusting combos by stacking all kinds of buffs and bonuses one after the other, but it feels like it pales in comparison to just Assail spam, which is unfortunate because their update is probably second only to the Ogrins one in terms of great new additions. That said, Smite also seems really, really good as a crowd control option. That kind of gets into the team comp thing when you go to the really high levels, and for the most part, it just seems like in your basic gameplay, Assail is the big winner. I'd say the
Yeah.
new class update is the highlight, obviously, but it's also made the game a bit easier than before. If you were playing a lot of level 3s and you're probably doing level 4s now, which is why they add a brand new end game mission called the Oracle.
Guys, I still can't. The level 3's free melee's difficulty is so easy, but level 4, I don't know what happens. Maybe I need like some people who who are like obviously better than me, but I can't even get through like half of the map. Usually I get crushed like within like the first 100 meters of where you start.
All of the upgrades you get are also just really good and often flat bonuses between the super good ones, so you definitely have been power crept a little bit. The last thing that's been changed is the overall gear stuff. This is a good general change, but it's also it's a bit too complicated for my smooth brain. Getting a gun is one thing, but getting a gun with the right rating is another thing. Plus there is the perks.
Yeah, they also have ratings, this stuff.
And there are levels to the perks, and you can replace up to 2 of the 4 perks in total, but in order to get fancy perks, you need to dismantle the exact same weapon with the perk on it already, which makes getting a god roll weapon rather difficult to get unless you luck out, which sometimes you do. You know what?
Sometimes.
Give me a melee weapon. I don't care. Oh shit!
What? Dude, it's pretty good. Everything is 70. Or am I looking at the wrong thing? Usually it's like two stats are like 20% for no reason. This is like extremely good.
Savage Sweep. Hitting at least 3 enemies with an attack increases your cleave by 200% for 2 seconds.
That's broken. Impact for 1.1. This maybe is bad, but this is good.
Level 4 perk. Wait, this is really good. But honestly, it's hyper-specific weapon perks that need to be removed to then be added to a new weapon. It's just a lot. Now, I don't mind if they make it hard to get god roll weapons. They're called god roll weapons. They should be rare and hard to earn, looking at you, Destiny community. But I think some of the restrictions are a bit too much. It also creates a really bad leveling problem. At the time of writing this script, I have a total of 60 hours in the game, and I only have one level 30 character. I have another
I think that's Breaky's problem. I think by level 60 mark, I had already 2 characters level 60.
20
But they were very poor.
mid-teens and around a level 10 final character of each class. Now, leveling wouldn't be as much of an issue if the weapons weren't so substantially worse before level 30. At level 30, they reach their max potential. So leveling up, upgrading, consecrating, all of that weapon option interfacing feels completely pointless until you are level 30. But getting level 30 takes a really long time. Now, they did make it a little faster with a new update, but it still feels way too long. Considering you really don't want to waste your money on new weapons until level 30. It feels like it's not a game, then an end game. It's just grinding chore work and then the game. When you hit 30, you can mess around with your builds and weapons, and a whole new world tends to open up, and it's fantastic. But
I honestly think that it would be perfectly fine to completely remove leveling. There's no need of it. Just fuck it. V-ball. Give people skill tree, give them 30 points. And that's it. There's absolutely zero need in leveling.
You're a brand new person to the game and you hear you have to take around 15 to 20 hours of gameplay to get one character to the real game.
Or maybe at least you immediately get one character that's like maxed out. You know?
Pretty off-putting, even if the gameplay is still rather stellar. But some of the most stellar gameplay can still feel like it's a chore when the rewards are lackluster. So it comes down to the question again. Is Darktide good slash fun slash complete? Yeah, it's still very fun. It's a good 40k game with a great look and the gunplay is solid. Is the game complete? I'd say yes, but complete in a way how a full meal might not satisfy you. Like, you ordered a cheeseburger. You got the cheeseburger, but you're still kind of hungry because there wasn't a side of fries with it. You just bought the burger. And you thought that would be enough, but it isn't. So you kind of wish there was a combo where the two of them were together, but it's not. This is one of those hipster burger joints with the horrible, awful, like metal tall stools and the wooden countertops and the rustic lights that sell you a one burger for $18.95, but not with fries, and they have home brewed beer at $15 a glass. Yeah, it's like that. There's a saying in game development I've heard I
agree with his analogy. Now I know it's a bit better because they also have the 5th class, but unfortunately you can play you know, with the 5th class in your team if someone owns it, but I believe it's like 20 euros. It's like Arbiter, I think it's like Imperial Guardsman Policeman with a dog. And it's like, but like when I bought the game, I paid $40 for a game, and I think it's still $40. So another 20 just to get a class is ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Often players are really good at knowing when something is wrong, but absolutely abhorrent at offering fixes for it, outside of small things like quality of life. I only say this because I'd like to offer some fixes, but I don't want you to take them with a grain of salt. I think Darktide just needs 20% more stuff. It needs 2 to 3 more weapons in the range and melee department for each class. It needs a bit more variety in its mission style. It needs another mini boss. It needs another like 3 assassination style missions. It just needs a bit more. I think they should really go down the Left 4 Dead route. Darktide's story isn't even a story. Its writing is god awful, and it's just fluff cutscenes for the most part.
Yeah, it's just you reach level 5 and you go to one place and you see cutscenes, and when you reach level 10 you go and watch cutscenes. It's like, I'm sorry, it's boring.
There's no Darktide story. Don't let them fool you. But there can be. The little 5-chapter campaigns in Left Left 4 Dead would be perfect. It also would give you a bit more of like a long-term thing to do with your friends instead of just popping around for small 20-minute missions every here and there. Having a full 5-mission campaign.
Yeah, it's what would be like 2 hours. Yeah, that would be cool.
Be excellent. Pick a spot in Tertium, go through your 5 separate missions with their own cohesive level design and narrative, throw a boss at the end, and bam! Little mission campaigns like that would do wonders for this game, would be absolutely incredible, and you can give out rewards for them. You can have a little contained storyline, a specific art direction of the area. It's a great maybe 2-hour-long session with your friends, because then it's a thing where you can all hop on and do this kind of campaign together.
Yeah.
And as you go through the missions, you get better gear as time goes on. Simple on mission 1, beat the final boss, possibly hyper special drops with hyper special perks. I mean, you could almost call it a raid, if I'm being perfectly honest, though it's a little bit different than that, I suppose, but kind of feels like it. Just there's so many stories that can be told in Warhammer, obviously, and having that kind of method, I think, would really serve Darktide well. On the other aspects of Darktide, non-gameplay related, the UX in this game, the interfacing, is downright.
What's even worse, the weapon names go. If you play Guardsman, it's like MKV12, MKV7, MK is awful.
Strange. It's a new weekly contract, but when did it reset? Wait. But I've completed missions 2 hours ago. You have to look at them first? Really? Oh my god. Why, when you go to this merchant, do you have it sorted by rarity low to high? I just don't really get why this is the way it is. And it just... It needs...
Yeah, it's also crazy because I have like purple and legendary items and they're like
a bit more. It needs a reason to own guns at lower levels or to keep them to upgrade later on. And oh my god, I totally forgot. If there's anything this game needs more than anything else, literally, if there is any change for this whole game, let me change my voice. They gave you a barber for your appearance, but holy shit, let me change my voice. I don't know why you won't let me, but the voices in this game are some of the best in any 40K game, and 40K games have some of the best VA work out there.
Stay close or die. Simple as that.
I agree, Mr. Bricker. Voice acting is crazy.
You should be more careful with those stray thoughts.
These are some of the best player character VAs I have ever heard, and the fact that I have to stick with one of them, especially when you've added a ton of brand new abilities with brand new voice lines. Is a crime. It is a travesty against the Golden Throne. Please let us change our voices. So yeah, Darktide feels complete as a game, and if it launched as it is now when the game came.
Oh, if this game would be like twice as successful, I think, if it didn't have like launch problems. For sure.
I think the discourse around the title will be a hell of a lot less. As of now, though, I still think it could use a bit more. But do I think it's still worth the money? Well, money worth is different because what my money is and your money is totally different. I don't know your life. I don't know your time frame. I don't know the whole thing, yada, yada, yada. But I will say I got my money's worth because the amount of hours I had in this game, even when it was a lot worse way back when, still met the, the hour.
I actually like this. A lot of people don't like when you like put some people say, yeah, you can buy like a $60 game and it has only 8 hours, but those like are craziest 8 hours ever, and I think that's not worth. It's like what, 5-6 euro per hour. I think that's way too much.
Per dollar ratio, a lot of people like to do. I don't like the hour per dollar ratio. I think it's silly and it completely invalidates
I like it, Brick.
All kinds of single player games and the like, but I paid $40 for it and I got 40 hours and then put it down. Now I have 60. So like, yeah, I think it's good to pick up. I think the gameplay is really fun. It's fantastic with friends. It just needs its edges sanded off and a side order of fries. And change the fucking voices. That's it for me today.
I actually think you might be able to change voices now, but I might be wrong because I like the voices my characters have, and I have no need to change them.
A quick one, I know, Darktide update, whole thing. We're going into the fall. You want some merch? You see this thing right here? It's beautiful. It's got a very special edition of my boy on it. You can find it at orchidate.com. Also, if you see the product tab on YouTube, it's there also. You can probably click it from YouTube itself. They have that function now. It's really, really cool. From there, we got a lot of stuff coming out this fall season. Always a big time for YouTube. Rogue Trader is December, and that's going to be very...
Someone actually commented about this game in the first Darktide reaction video. I looked at it and it looked very fun. I might get
interesting. So we'll see how that turns out.
But I think not now. Maybe somewhere around Christmas.
Lots to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Come on.
Thank you, Mr. Brick. Video is great. I honestly agree with a lot of things he said. It's like even now the game feels like it is missing something, and depending on who you are and how you like to play, everyone is gonna find something, you know, what is missing differently. Does that make sense? Probably like, man, you should learn English before you speak, and yeah, that would be right. Anyway, thank you for watching my reaction, even though I don't think I added anything to it, honestly. Yeah, I'm just ending here. Ciao, cacao.